doing is every once in a while I'll go and have a poke, get a couple biting, get them arguing. And what I'm doing, I'm learning how they respond, the language they use, what they're referring to. I then look at everyone that likes the posts and I go and read their language. And naturally, I'm making a list because us right-wing dictatorial genocidal maniacs like to make lists. And I'm thinking perhaps my first podcast might be a little more in-depth.
Oh, yeah?
Because what I love is, though, I've had paedophiles trying to take the moral high ground with me tonight.
I saw.
Paedophiles. Now, as I admitted to one, yes, my moral compass might be slightly wonky in some regards. But I'm afraid that no matter how foul I can be, I am always going to have higher moral high ground than a paedophile.
I know. I love that. Getting judged by pedos.
There's another one doing it there saying because I'm genocidal because I said they should go in the mincer. He's like, you want to genocide 250 million people. It's like, dude, you're just the one that said you hope my kid was hot. Don't worry about me, Jen. I mean, also, I don't think there are 250 million paedophiles.
250 million pedophiles? Well, you know what, mate?
The only reason there's so many on Twitter is because Tumblr fucking kicked them off.
I reckon, though, with the environmental impact of losing 250 million people, the world would be a better place, wouldn't it? Eh?
I reckon Greta would be fine with it.
She would. She'd be right there.
Especially if I just minced them.
She'd be waving goodbye to them as they went in with that stern, horrible face. Bless them.
I also love when they did, because like I say, I'm getting used to the language they use. That's the whole point of biting and going along with it, because I want to understand these filthy fucking animals. And the easiest way to do that is to engage them and get them trying to take you down, and you learn what their techniques are.
Yes, it's all straight out the sort of rules for radicals style, isn't it? You know, the sort of far left activism thing that has worked for a long, long time.
They have watched the TRAs very carefully. Very carefully. And they are trying to emulate what they've done. Now, the problem they got is because they keep saying, oh, it's like gays in the olden days. It's like, no, it's not. Because the persecution of gay people was disgraceful and disgusting because they're consenting adults.
Yes, there's a big difference.
There's a massive difference. What these people want to do, what they fantasize about, what they desire is abusing children. So their argument is it's not necessarily abuse. And no matter what, I'm learning their get-arounds for it. And of course, they're all absolute bullshit. And then the reason they're allowed on Twitter is because a psychologist sent a letter to Twitter saying, you do know that if you ban these people, there's more chance of them offending and all these sort of things. It's like, you fell for that?
You really want to go there, do you?
Because one of them said to me, well, you're such a scumbag showing, videos of people being murdered, which is far worse. I've no doubt if child porn were legal, you'd show it on Live League. Really? Okay, number one, we don't have any porn on Live League, legal or otherwise.
I've checked.
And we don't even have all the gory videos. So where are you going? Well, that's just business. No. We don't allow paedophiles either. We've had two. One was overt, sang songs about kids. The minute I found out, I banned that prick straight away. One came out that he'd had sex with an underage girl who obviously lied to him about her age. That was about 6 years ago we banned him. I found him on Facebook recently and had another pop at him on there as well. He said, well, that's what you know, I'm getting it overturned soon. It's like, yes, soon.
You mean it'll be spent? It'll be spent.
But for now, you're a pedo. And they're just filthy vermin. They're fucking disgusting animals. I have not one shred of empathy in my soul. When one said, you want to incarcerate people for thought crimes. What kind of person are you? It's like, I'm right.
Well, it's when they're defending watching child pornography and saying no one's got hurt. And it's like, well, someone got hurt, though, to make that pornography. And if you're creating a demand for it, then you're part of that abuse.
They are scheming liars, massively disingenuous, and they have to be liars because they're so repulsive to society they can't reveal themselves. And what they're hoping for is some form of acceptance, which will never happen. They might find politicians that will let them gather. They might find websites that will let them congregate under this fucking bullshit lie of we're just supporting each other to not offend. But society will never, can never tolerate paedophiles, because whatever they say about kids have got a right to know about their own sexuality, blah, blah, blah. The fact is they don't. They're children. They cannot consent. The laws must never, never lower the age of
Of course
consent.
they can. Of course that's the whole point. They can't consent, but they're going. They're demanding of us to provide evidence that it's abuse and that it's harmful. And it's like, well, surely the fact that you exist is evidence. Because a lot of them are like, well, I was in a consensual relationship as a child, and it's like, there's the abuse. There's the fucking
But what
evidence,
gets me
dickhead.
is that these people honestly believe that I'm going to have a grown up conversation with them about these things. And I don't know why they're surprised, because I very plainly say that I think you are fucking scum.
Mm.
I don't care that you're a tortured soul. I'm sorry you're tortured. So maybe the best thing is chemical castration, an ankle tag, and a curfew for the rest of your life.
I think, especially in terms of allowing people to voluntarily do that, I think that would be very, very positive. Voluntarily chemically castrate themselves. I think that would be
Oh,
extremely positive.
fuck
Like,
voluntarily, you
but
hippie
but
prick. Fuck them.
no, no, but
Queue 'em up and knock 'em off.
if you're genuinely, if all this rhetoric is right and like, oh, I'm a non, I can't remember the terms. I know you're balls deep in it at the moment, but
Minor
I'm a
attracted person, non
yeah, but there's
offending.
non-offending. Yeah, it's like, right, okay, if you're non-offending and you're proud, get your ass to the sexual clinic, explain to them that you're a paedophile, and explain to them that you need that to not work anymore, so that you don't have any of these
You need your
desires.
knackers smashing
You know,
between two bricks
like
and then
if
locking in your house for the rest of your natural life. Oh, and no internet access. Because the thing is, there's a reason we don't let them congregate in this country. There's a
Mm.
very good reason. And
No,
they're
of
seeing
course,
it
yeah.
on Twitter right now. Only Twitter is so fucked up that they're like, hey, we've got to be right on, yeah? There's nothing illegal about fantasy. Yeah, well,
And yet you
no.
get permabanned for saying learn to code.
Yeah. Also, banned. I mean, the trans thing. As you know, my stance is very simple. If someone's genuinely trans, I believe they need support. I believe we can use the correct pronouns. I believe
Yeah,
women
yeah,
genuinely don't really have as much of an issue with a post-op trans person using their spaces, because they're the same sort of fragility to a degree, many of them. But that would be up to women, not up to men. But you see, the thing is, the 6'4" bloke with a beard and a throbbing erection in the changing room, it's not a woman. And all these fucking bellends on Twitter going, hey, you're a trans woman, is shut the fuck up.
yeah.
You know,
No, it's not,
Genuine
man. It's
trans
not.
people do need our understanding, our support. But you know what? Those
Oh,
self ID fucking monsters, fuck those people. But every time I say this on Twitter, I get a message from Twitter. Every time. Oh, you need to stop that. So that they'll protect self ID fucking predators. They'll protect paedophiles. But it's really strange. I thought we had to have some fucked up rules to stay online on Live League, but nothing like this shit.
mm,
It's
mm.
fucking mad what's going on Twitter, and you know what? It will not go well for them in the end.
No, it's not going to work out well, is it? I mean, look, the likes of Discord has eaten into it a little bit in terms of community spirit. People have Discord rooms now. Like I've just been getting into Kit Boga loads recently, and I've logged into Discord for the first time in 2 years because that's his place. Um, he he doesn't go on Twitter anymore. He doesn't go on Facebook, and I think these things there's a certain tipping point, isn't it, where you realize it's just um virtue signaling politicians and journalists, and that's all that's on
It's
Twitter now.
it's a
And
shit
you're like,
posting
okay,
heaven, and I enjoy it for that. I get it, but the problem is, that it's that go woke, go broke. We're seeing it again and again and again. But all these fucking milky toast, sandal wearing shitehawks in Silicon Valley think, hey, look, we're going to get this audience by being. No, you're going to appeal to small groups of fucking nobodies that never click on your ads, don't give a fuck about you, and will drop you like a fucking runny turd to
yeah.
move to the next platform that offers them an even more authoritarian backing to their beliefs.
And
And
it's so annoying as well, man, because they're all out there in fucking Silicon Valley and San Francisco and all that shit, which is a shithole,
oh
which
yeah,
has lost money this year. Its tax revenues down so much. It's in deficit. People are fleeing the state. It is like California is just drifting further and further down. I feel bad for all the people out in the country, in California. They're just looking at the cities and going, "You stop fucking it up, please. Can you please stop fucking everything up?" And yet, with it becoming this dystopian nightmare with the return of ancient diseases and crazy homelessness. Like, have you seen the videos along the freeway? And it's just
Oh,
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
covered
10.
in human shit.
Yeah, like just the whole way. And and they're there surrounded by this going, yes, no, our worldview is definitely right. We should definitely enforce this vigorously online because the way we see the world is definitely right.
And it's not just
100%.
not just America. You got Germany now. You get this shit from Twitter going, "We've looked at your post and it violates German law." Well, I don't give a fuck about German law. Block me in Germany.
Yeah.
What
Fucking
the fuck? I don't live there. What's this shit? Why should we care about German law? It's like what's next? Everything I say violates somebody's fucking laws.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't care. I'm in the UK. At the very, very least, I would expect Twitter to be under US law, and I can live with that. You know what I mean? Like, just tell me, right? Okay, so Twitter applies to US law. Don't break US law or the law in your own country. Fair enough. And if you do break the law in your own country, isn't that for the police to deal with in your own country?
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you? Not
A big one
Twitter.
is a big one is Pakistan. A lot of people get emails saying, "We've had a report that your tweet was illegal in Pakistan, and we're not taking any action. We just thought we'd let you know."
Oh
And,
well,
they always say,
it'd be nice if they'd let me know, because then I would know not to go there on fucking holiday next year, wouldn't I?
"Yeah,
Because that's what we all do. We really care what shithole countries think. Fuck
Pakistan's a
Pakistan.
weird man."
It's jumped up immediately. We support Iran. Do you? Oh well, that's nice. What a surprise. What a fucking surprise. So fuck them as well.
You keep